Hey everyone, Matthew here from Odie Stories Media, and welcome to today's video. Well, we're back at it again. Um, and we're talking about, yeah, that's right. All right. So, if you remember back at the beginning of April, I had a similar pen that copied the Montblanc Bohème. Well, here is the other one that I mentioned in that video. And this one um actually wrote. No hard starts, no skips, but again, the nib on this thing is just awful. I mean, it is horrible beyond belief. And if I can, I will try and edit the video in of me showing the nib here. But it is just too fine and a tad bit scratchy. I will give it that. But nonetheless, it wrote and it did a fairly good job. I will show you the writing sample here. Oh, one or two. No, actually. All right, so here is the writing sample for it. And again, I will edit I'll put this in because I think the other camera is better than the one I'm shooting on right now. But I mean, I don't know what it is about it. I mean, the Bohème it's a nice pen. Don't get me wrong, the Bohème is a nice pen. But the fact that they copy the Bohème right down to even the Montblanc logo, and I can't even say that's a really well done Montblanc logo, but then again, and it's like I said in the last in the earlier video, basically all I'm gonna do a writing sample, clean this pen out, and basically chuck it. That's pretty much it. Because there is just absolutely no way. Um, yeah, there's just absolutely no way. Cartridge converter pen, as you can see, and right here, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but they actually have a Mont Blanc in two separate words there. Um, and Mont Blanc is supposed to be one word, I believe. But yeah, just everything about these two pens just is not right. I mean, it's one thing to do, and I mean, granted, they did a great job of replicating the Bohème, but um, I can't physically um endorse this. There's just no way. And I probably shouldn't have ordered this one, but I mean the first pen was a joke, and you know what? I give this pen props. The fact that it wrote as soon as I inked it up. Again, it's a fine nib, and the tines are perfectly aligned, the feed, everything like that. I believe it's a number 5 nib, but it's you know it is what it is. And for the price point, which I paid $19.18, something to that effect, for that very pen. It's like, you know, I really wish, I really wish that, like the brand name fountain pen companies, like the big companies, would start going after these guys who replicate these types, their pens. But on the other hand, I see the point to it, where it's okay, let's make a pen that represents the Bohem and whatnot. But again, it still kind of drives me nuts that, that it's out there. Like, we've got the Moonman M800, which imitates the Momento Zero, but there's just something about this pen, and between the first one and this one, it just drives me up the wall. And I'm trying not to be so negative about it, but there's just no way that, again, it's just one of those things where, everything about this pen represents the Montblanc Bohem. And I don't have a Bohem to compare, but again, I wouldn't compare the Bohem to a fake Bohem such as this. And my sole reason for getting it was just to do a video on it, and I wanted to see how this pen would write. My expectations of it were low to begin with. And, the fact that they even go right down to the jewel on the pen, I mean, the clip is nothing to write home about, but it's just not a pen I can recommend by any stretch of the imagination. And the fact that AliExpress has these listed for the price point that they are listed at, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I mean, granted, I got the refund for the first pen, but again, I'm just not convinced that this pen is. If I had to, okay, I'm going to step back for a minute. This pen, or this fountain pen, is nothing more than just a ripoff of the Bohem. When I was looking up, I looked up the Bohem on, I think it was eBay, and the Bohem ranges from 500 up to 1,000 and something. And granted, the Bohem is not made anymore. Montblanc doesn't make the Bohem anymore, as far as I know. And this is just, I mean, they've got it nailed down, right down to the very, very key. But in all honesty, I mean, it's, if you didn't know any better, for besides the price point, this knockoff could easily trick somebody into thinking that it's a Bohem for under $20. That's really all I have to say about it. And the fact that they do nothing to make it their own design, everything about it screams the Bohem. Everything about this pen, and I showed you the converter earlier on. The fact that they try and pass off a converter as a Montblanc converter, Now, I could be wrong. That could be a Montblanc converter, but I highly doubt it because I've never seen Montblanc as two separate words. So I don't know. I don't know. Is this pen garbage? Probably not. But to me, it's just not worth me keeping. And it's not a pen I see myself reaching for. I mean, the fact that the nib wrote as well as the nib did, and I believe it's a number 5 nib in all sense, but there's just no way that I would keep this pen in my collection. I mean, like honestly, the Jinhao does a better job at cloning the dual fold with the Jinhao 100 Centennial, but this pen, no, I cannot get behind it, and it's to me, it's not worth it. It really isn't. It's not worth the money in any, yeah, it just absolutely makes no sense, even right down to the logo there, or that's supposed to be the Montblanc logo, I guess. But and then the screw-on cap at the back there. I mean, overall, the only thing this pen really has going for it is the fact that it feels good in the hand. And that's about the only good thing I can say about this pen. And the fact that this one actually wrote out of the box. And that is pretty much all I can say about this pen. That would be positive. I mean, other than that, this pen, the two pens I bought, this one and the first one, were bought solely for the purpose to see if they were any good. And although this one did what it was supposed to do out of the box, the nib, a little scratchy, but it wrote, no hard starts, no, there's nothing I can say about that one. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you like this video, hit that button down below, and we will see you in the next video. Take care.